Everyone, this is Jonathan. I don't know if it's yours, but there's a car here. I'm going to show Jonathan his car. We're going to tell we'll tell a little story. And I'm excited. My heart's pumping. Everything's going. Mom's crying. Back in May, actually, let's step back 1 month. Back in March, we attended a Make-A-Wish Foundation event. And I spoke to Sharon. Here's Sharon from the Make-A-Wish and Scott. And Sharon says, "Can you help me with something?" I said, "What do you need?" She says, "I have a young man who's been waiting 2 years for his wish to come true." I said, "Well, what is it?" She says, "Car." I said, "Of course, if it's a car, we can do it." So she said, "Let me hook up with them. Let me kind of send you some pictures and let you know what we want to do and how we want to do things." And I started, so she sent me some pictures, and she said he wants his car to be gray and have a black stripe. Well, that's easy. We can do that. So we kind of exchanged some pictures. And then May came around, and me and Mark, Gene, come on over here. Me and Mark went over and took a look, but one thing that stuck in my mind, back in April, we were at our cruise night, and Mark was there, and we were kind of talking about cars, and Mark said, "You know, I want to do something memorable. I want to do something that people, we pump out a lot of cars. They run the best Mako shop in Connecticut, in my mind. I know a lot of people that have show cars that Gene has painted." So, but Mark said that night at the Berlin Turnpike. I took that piece of information and I just filed it. And I thought of Mark, and I said to Mark, I said, "Hey, we might have a project. You might be interested." And he didn't hesitate. He just said yes. So me and Mark, we went and saw this young man. Pass it around. And we looked at this Mustang. I don't know if this is it, but we looked at the Mustang. And we kept on looking at it, and I kept on saying to him, "What else?" And Kathy kept on saying, "Man, what is it with this guy with what else?" And he kept on saying, "You know, I want this, I want black stripes, I want this to do this, and I want that to do that, and I want this seat in the car, and I want this suspension." And we kind of talked and went through different things, and I said, "Okay, you figure out what you want." I took a Sharpie, we drew some stencils on the car, and then I left him. I left him for a month. Then a month later, we kind of hooked up, and that time we met up with Teddy. Teddy, the whole crew. Where are you guys? Come on up here. There you are. Similar to the story with Mark, did Ted hesitate? I'm in. Whatever you want me to do, I'm in. So we went to go pick up the car with some stripes. Back in June, we put some tape stripes on it, and he says, "I want this stripe." So there you go, you guys see that stripe. Then from there, went over to Mako, and that's where the progress started happening. That's when the wish started coming true. You know, so we went over, and Mark kept on saying, "Okay, I need these parts, I need that part. I get emails. Get me this. What are you going to get me that? What's going on? What's taking so long?" We hooked up with a company called CJ Pony Parts. You can pass that around. They're in Harrisburg. I called them up. I sent them a message. I spoke to Carrie over at CJ Pony Parts. She said, "Send me a list. I'll see what we can do for you. I'll see what we can get you, what we can't get you." She called me back an hour later. She said, "Okay, this is what I can do. This is where we're at." I called Sharon. She says, "We're in." So that's where we went down there. She said, "I'm going to ship it." I said, "No, you're not. I'm coming to get it. Because this guy wants me to get him his parts as soon as possible." So we did that. And then he had all the stuff. And now it was just me saying, "Hey, Mark, how are we doing? Hey, Mark, how are we doing?" And at that point, Mark says, "We're getting ready to paint." So Mark's in the booth. He's painting it away and getting it ready. So, Mark called me up October 10th and said, "It's painted, come down. I'm putting the first coat on." So that was October 10th. Now it's Thursday, didn't you? Okay? So October 10th, he says, I'm painting it. October 20th, he says, come on down, my dad is going to put in the new windows. So there we are putting the windows in it. So on October 20th, we put the windows in, we put the lights in, we put the tail lights in, we did this, we did that. I called Janetti when I'm starting to load the car. And I said, Teddy, what do you want me to do? He says, bring it now. So that was 9 a.m. This was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Junior was underneath the car. Now we go, how many didn't get to see these pictures? Now we go this way. Junior was underneath the car and he was pulling the axles out. He was putting these parts in, putting those parts in. This is the 28. When were we going to do this originally? Do you remember? Kathy? So the 28th at 7 o'clock at night, and I said, where's my car? And they said, it's on the lift. Come down now and help us. So we came down at 7 o'clock, and we got the front end of the line. We got the wheels on there. Then from there, we took some pictures at 8 o'clock at night. Then the next morning, called another friend of mine, because when the stripes were done, stripes needed something. So a friend of mine said, I called a friend and I said, okay, I need some pictures. He said, not a problem, you need to call this guy. He's a friend of mine too. So we had the hood hand pinstripe. You can take a look, Cassie, this is he doesn't get to see this. It's 9 a.m. on the 28th. So he's pinstriping it at 9 a.m. on the 28th. Then I hooked up with another guy that says he wants some really cool tints on his window. So this was the 28th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't forget, the 29th, actually I think you called like 5. We on for tomorrow? We're on. You sure the storm is coming? So don't worry about it. Cheryl's texting me every 5 seconds going, are you crazy? You can keep going that way. You just keep it. Oh, they did it, sir. Now it's the 28th, 8 o'clock at night. We're putting the interior in. I'm putting the interior in. 9 o'clock at night, still putting the interior in. Actually, 9 o'clock at night, I found out the front seat bolts were ripped out. So 9:15, I called my friend and said, bring your welder over. We need a welder. So he came over and welded. You can see that picture. That was 9:30. You go that way. 12:30 in the morning on the 29th, the carpet's in. You go that way with it. 7 a.m. on the 29th, the car's done and it's sitting in the parking lot outside. 4:30 in the morning is when we actually finish the project. And that's when I got on Facebook at 4:30 in the morning. I said, I'm going to bed, the car's in the trailer, it's done. So we brought it down and we were so discouraged that we couldn't get it to you on that day. We ran everybody ragged. Sharon was in Arizona, flew back. We couldn't do it, but we figured, you know what, now we just need to kind of sit back. And I know we wanted to get your car quick, but we wanted to just do it the right way. And this we felt was the right way. These are all of your new car buddies, all of your new car friends. So, I don't know, you want to see it?